Years after the murder of a New Jersey radio host, police raid the home and business of the man she was married to.
Yeah, April Kauffman's daughter is hopeful that whatever was found in that place could help solve the case of her mother.
It's such a flood of emotions. This hole in my heart that exists is so indescribable. My mom had me when she was very young, so we grew up together. I miss my mom every day, and I'm small, but I'm not going to give up hope, and I'm also not going to stop until we have justice for my mom, April.
Well, investigators said it remains to be seen whether or not the raids on Dr. James Kauffman's properties will impact the homicide investigation. It's been going on for 5 years. What we do know, if that, well, the doctor was armed yesterday at the time of his arrest.
He was very unstable at the time. He waved his weapon in a threatening manner towards law enforcement, as well as threatened to kill himself.
Okay, here to help us explain what exactly happened 5 years ago and what happened yesterday is our friend Rocco, attorney at law. Rocco,
good morning,
good to
guys.
see you.
How are you? Good to see you.
If you can, take us back 5 years. What happened?
So they got a call to 911 from a handyman who was working at the Kauffman's home. He had showed up, found April Kauffman dead with multiple bullet wounds. The husband had already left for work, and he said that she was alive when he left for work.
She's a radio personality people knew very well down there on the shore.
Correct. So that it was obviously big news at the time. The investigation went cold. The new Atlanta County prosecutor came in and revived the case and is now trying to generate more leads.
And they've said within the past, what, 3 months, they found a lot of leads.
Yeah, they haven't led on to specifically what those leads are, but we've seen a lot of activity in the last couple of months, and in particular yesterday, obviously.
So enough leads to cause them to want to put out a search warrant.
Yeah, it's unclear what the search warrant was based on. The county prosecutor has said it was not directly related to the homicide investigation. We also know that FBI agents were involved in the search, so I suspect that there's other criminal activity they're looking at, and they're using that as a catalyst potentially to try to get more information to help with the murder investigation.
Okay, I'm trying to understand this. So they're still looking at this, what would be a cold case now, right? 5 years?
It's a cold case at this point.
But they keep insisting that there's no specific connection between what happened yesterday when he pulls a gun on cops and the murder 5 years ago.
Yeah,
but he was the person of interest.
Apparently he was a person of interest, and that's not atypical when you have a spouse that's found murdered and you know no one else in the home.
Normally they look to them first.
So that's pretty typical. But we also saw some activity a couple of weeks ago. The county prosecutor filed a motion to take a DNA sample from Dr. Kauffman. He fought that. There was a hearing on May 30th. A judge issued a ruling but sealed that ruling. My guess is the judge authorized the DNA sample because there's no privilege not to give one.
Maybe try to link him to the murder scene?
Well, that's speculation, but I have to imagine that speculation is probably warranted. That's typically what you would see. Now, there would be DNA evidence all over the house anyway because he lived there.
Well, yeah.
It went to the house and to his business. And it sounds like it got kind of intense because he showed a gun.
Yeah, apparently he pulled out a gun and apparently waved it in the direction of law enforcement because we know he's charged with the possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. And that's typically what you would see. If he pointed it in the direction of law enforcement, engaged in a standoff, they charge him with that. It's a serious crime in New Jersey. 5-year minimum, 10-year maximum time.
Do you know of any other things he's having trouble with?
Not that I know of, but if I speculate a little bit based on my experience as a former federal prosecutor and a defense lawyer, when the feds are involved investigating healthcare professionals, you sometimes see an investigation of healthcare fraud, overbilling, insurance fraud, and that might be what they're looking with these search warrants. It's just speculative, but that's my experience.
Well, I know in New Jersey they're really cracking down on opioid prescriptions and
We've seen
like
a lot of what we call pill mill cases federally, and I've seen a lot of those cases recently.
Well, we'll stay on it.
Yeah, love to see it, and if it funnels into or is connected to the homicide investigation at all.
Good to see you
Rocco.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.